Right, so it's daily exercise time again. Let's get out and see what's going on in the world. Not quite as misty as it was yesterday, although it does feel cool, and I think I will put my gloves on. It's definitely quieter than it was yesterday morning, but I am just going to put my gloves on sooner rather than later. Just don't know which direction to go in today. Morning. Never mind, let's just set off and see where we end up. Morning. I think we'll go down here today. What I've done is I had a chat with my friend Ainsley yesterday about the resolution footage for the main image. And what I've been doing is I've been using the Acaso ESU to record the main image going forward, and using my phone to record me. The problem is the Acaso, the quality of the camera isn't as good as the phone, the P30. So what I've done is I've swapped things around today, and the Acaso is recording me, which will be the smaller image, and the phone, well, that's recording where I'm actually going. So it should be a little bit better, a little bit clearer. I've no idea where I'm going to go today. So far I'm just heading down Melrose Gate. It's nice to get out of the house, a bit cloudier today. Although there is some blue sky. If we just let you have a look at that bit of blue sky up there. Hopefully that will at some point turn into some sunshine. Again, I think the forecast though today is it's supposed to be a bit cooler. Although it was more cooler, I think the first morning. No, yesterday was frosty. It was frosty yesterday morning. Still a bus knocking around. Mind you, just says not in service, so why is there a bus with not in service driving around, eh? Who are we to reason why? It's been quite dry, so we could actually have a look through some of the Beck areas. I don't think Hull Road Park will be open yet, which would be a shame because it'd be quite nice to have a look through there. Morning. Let's go off the beaten track. There's a nice little beck here. I think I may just there we go. Thought for a second there I'd somewhat scuppered. I will get to grips with this gimbal, but I am quite impressed with my setup here, because what I've done is I've rigged the action cam up on the cycling mount rig onto the selfie length of the gimbal, because this is one of those few gimbals that's actually got a selfie stick and extension built in. It's quite beautiful down here. There's another one of these relatively close to where I live too, so I think that's what we'll do today, is find a few of these little off the beaten track parts. So this brings me up to Walney Avenue, Walney Road, and I know there's another one of these off Bad Bargain, so I might have a look off Bad Bargain Lane. I think I'm just going to though with carrying two cameras after about 30 minutes, this is going to feel quite heavy. Oh, actually we've dropped on quite nicely for this. I didn't realise we'd be so close. Funny how you sometimes lose your bearings. Right. So this is Tang Hall Lane. We're just going to cross here after this fan's been. And then where we're going is over there. We're going to follow the kind of beck. Oops. Gimbal got a bit of a judder there. Don't know what that was about. So this is called Heworth Home. So we'll have a walk through here. Looks like they've been re-gravelling the paths around here, but you can see there's the beck down there. I think the last time I came through here, I think I went through that area there on the closer to the beck, and it was more of a bog. And considering I'm not exactly wearing robust shoes, I'll show you what I mean. They're canvas ones. Then walking in boggy areas wouldn't be very sensible. See, that's quite boggy right in the middle of there. Can you see that? Let's just see if we can pan onto that. Quite boggy down there. See a bit of blue sky up ahead behind the trees. Well, it wouldn't be in front of the trees, would it? Don't know if you saw the video I uploaded last night, but this whole thing has got me in a bit of a funk, and I know that I've been keeping myself busy doing things like this because it takes quite a while to edit. I mean, 30 minutes of footage, you have to watch it at least the whole lot at least a couple of times just to make sure there are no glitches in it. And probably about 3 times, well, there's about an hour and a half just sorting one of these walk footages things out. And it is kind of soul destroying, knowing that everything that I've kind of worked so hard for over the last few years has just crumbled. But it can't be helped. That willow's starting to look nice. There's a squirrel in there, but this camera won't pick it up. See what I mean about it being a bit boggy. In fact, this is a little footbridge kind of over the boggy area. Looks like some kids have been making some kind of, no, that's not a ramp because that's just clear perspex, but that's the kind of thing, a den. Looks like they've been making a den. I was going to say it looks like they've been making a bike ramp, but that would just be ridiculous. So the path goes that way, but there is the formings of a pedestrian path through there where people have kind of taken their own route through. I think I'll just stick to the path. As I say, I don't want to make my shoes all hideous. We're not far out of here. Won't be far before we reach the end of this anyway, this little area. Birds twittering in the trees. Bit of blossom starting to come on there. Don't know why, but the gimbal's juddering a little bit. Battery's fully charged, so I know it's not there. Could be a fault. Might be a fault. This rocky foot terrain isn't doing my ankles any good. So now we're just coming on to, I think it's Hempland Lane. Tell you what, we'll go around via Hempland School actually, because that's quite a nice country-ish walk. Hello, little squirrel. It's about 8 o'clock I think now, so early doors, much quieter than yesterday. Mind you, yesterday we went via Malton Road, but today not so much. So yeah, we'll just follow this back. Morning. Yeah, this path leads to kind of a stray area at the back of Hempland School, Hempland Primary. And it's, again, quite a nice area out here. On this side, there are some allotments. I think people who've got allotments at the moment, with us being in lockdown, they'll be quite glad. especially if they've got any food grown or anything. I used to love having an allotment. Yep, gimbal's on the judder again. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe the balance is a little bit out. Mind you, I've got it set on the same settings I had yesterday, so it shouldn't be. Just over there, I'm not quite sure what that is. Could just be littering the trees. Other access to the allotments. Little bridge. Morning. Hello. Hello. All right.
Morning.
Couple of dog walkers. Message coming through from the family. This is a kind of a lovely place to live, I think. Very discreet and off the beaten track. You can see the school actually up ahead in the distance. So that's Hempland Primary School. When I used to manage cleaners for the council, that was one of my sites. Had some great staff there. Two of them are dead now, unfortunately. Terry Pillmore and Jean Pillmore. Lovely people. Another access, Hempland Lane allotments. Let me just move that around, there we go. And then you've got this field at the back of the school for football and such like. The sky looks a little bit menacing. So, this lane here, that leads directly to a gate at the back of the school, which as you might be able to see, is actually locked and closed, understandably. It is Saturday after all. And then there are all these like little tracks through this kind of woodland area. Up ahead there's a nice little bridge that leads across the beck that we've followed a few times on today's route. Well, we're still following it now. Don't know whether this will pick it up, but it's actually over there, roughly plumb centre screen. Gimbal's got a judder again. Careful. Let's see if we can stabilise the stabiliser, which seems a little bit ironic. Here we go. Wonder when that came down. Obviously some time ago by the look of it, because the root hole, I was going to say it's been filled in, but there's still quite a lot of gapping in there, quite a lot of space. The gimbal's definitely got a mind of its own today. Come on, come back to me, baby. There we go. Okay, so we're just coming up to that nice little bridge that I mentioned. It goes across the beck. And there are some more allotment spaces across there. Look at that, isn't that nice? It's not the prettiest bridge, but it is functional and it's a nice area. As I say, more allotments. I'm assuming it's allotments. There isn't actually a thing on the gate that says it is. Might just be somebody's land. Hello, pigeon. Pigeons and squirrels knocking around, which you probably won't be able to see because of that fencing that's in the way. Play area for kids, although not getting much use at the moment. I think it'll all be locked up. One good thing that has come out of this is I've learned how to make great lattes using my coffee machine and the milk frother. I've never really used the milk frother part, but it does make really nice lattes. Looking forward to another couple of those today. I've had 2 already. Woke up at about 4. In fact, actually it was between 3 and 4. It was about 3:30. Oh, that's a nice little area, isn't it? Nice little bridge. So many of these nice little spaces in York. A stray dog there, but it's not stray. A bit windy. Morning. Still get a few funny looks. Understandable, I guess. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. There's the route back. Right, looking at the clock. Been out for about 23 minutes. I'm actually going to go back via the allotment route because I know that as I go down one of these streets here, past the front entrance to the school, there's another way into the allotments. I don't know if I've been down there before. So let's get inquisitive. I've just had that kind of numb feeling drop over me in a wave again, the one I talked about in the video last night. And it's funny because it dropped over as soon as I started thinking about the future and about how things might pan out. I think I said in the first one of these, don't see how we can go back. In many ways, there are many things about what this has triggered that we can't really go back to, because it would be a regression and that would be foolish. Morning.
Morning.
Don't worry, I'll stay wide. Yeah, it would be a regression, and it would be utterly foolish to do that. The gimbal seems to get a judder when I turn it a little bit too far against the axis, and I think that might be because I have the action cam, attached to the gimbal, so it might be more to do with that than anything else. Yeah, how can we go back? There is as I said last night, it's not just me, I know it's not, but there is a great feeling of, and when I say a great feeling, I don't mean great as in great, I mean great as in an expansive feeling of very much being in unknown territory. Very much in unknown territory. It is nice being out and it's been a bit quieter with just the birds. And the occasional passerby who wishes to keep a wide berth, as do we all at this moment in time. So yeah, so Boris has caught this. Now I think the man's an ass. Sorry, I'm British. I think the man's an arse. And there are so many people being very malicious, saying that he deserves it and so on. No one deserves to catch it. He might be an arse, but you wouldn't wish death on your own arse, so why would you wish death on somebody else's? It's just wrong. Now I think down here, actually Terry and Jean Pilmore used to live down here, and I can't quite remember the number of the house. Yeah, I've got it. I'm not going to point it out on camera because somebody else is living there now. Aha! I nearly walked past. Okay, so let's head down here. And we'll go back home via the allotments. So that way will take me, I think that way will take me back to Hempland Lane. I don't know. Is there a through route there? Seems to be. I think we'll go down this side. This is really quite a big place. Thought I heard a cycle then coming up behind me. Some of these allotments are very well laid out. Look at these. There's a lot of work gone in. Turn around. Blue sky, nothing but blue sky. Just been watching the last episode of Picard, which is where that came from. That was Data's song. I think the balance is a little wrong actually, which is why the gimbal judders a little bit when it's on a bit of a sharp turn. It seems to be pulling a little bit in one direction. We're nearly done for today anyway, so I'm not going to bother changing it today. But it is something to bear in mind for future episodes. Still taste the last one, and I still need to change my pants. Only joking. Day 5. It's fascinating that this is supposed to be a 3-week lockdown, and yet help for the self-employed isn't coming till June. This ain't going to be 3 weeks. I've only stopped here because there's a path down here and I'm just wondering where this goes, where it comes out. As I know where the one that I was pointing at does come out. And if this comes out on the road, all well and good. I think I'm going to wander around these allotments a bit more. Not today, another day. So big. Sun. Hello, old friend. Okay, so there's a path and a gate by the look of it. Up here. Or is it a dead end? Ooh. In unknown territory now. Ah! Well, I didn't know this existed. Do like exploring. Good thing is, I know where we are, I think. Yep. So we've done an almost cyclical route. Well, it is cyclical. We actually crossed over there, down there. On the walk I did on day 2, there was a young lady sat here with headphones on, totally oblivious to me, as most women are. Walnut tree, all deserted. Devastating, but pubs too. My friend Paul runs the Rook and Gaskill. Paul and Mandy, and Another friend of mine, Ellie, who runs a pub out Scarborough way, she was saying the insurance company have reneged on paying out. I hope Paul and Mandy don't experience the same issues. See the church? Well, both churches actually up ahead. One on the right, one on the left. Much quieter today. Much quieter. He says, as a car goes past. Timing is everything. So they say. Who are they? Black cat crossing the road? It's taking its time as well. Now, the jury, I've always been amused by this one. Black cats crossing your path, lucky or unlucky. Seems to be a real mixed bag. The simple fact is, it doesn't really matter. Luck is just a confluence of cause and effect that may or may not be in your favour. You can see Costco's open now. Is it worth popping out and buying a damn lottery ticket? Can you imagine if you actually won the lottery at the moment? There's no way you could go. Nothing would be any better. Anyway, here we are, back home, which is probably good because the camera's got a proper judder on now. Oh, look at that. Anyway, we'll wrap this up. Stay indoors, apart from your allotted exercise time, of course. Stay indoors, stay safe, save the NHS, save lives.